past the road that goes out to where the Vice live, all the Vices, and my grandmother was a Vice before she married Les Porter, so they were like third cousin or so. Spent the night with them one time, and they ate their vegetables mixed together, and I had never seen anyone eat that way, and I just thought it was different. Anyway, cut. For Buddy Bradford left. Then check see if he...
Oh, Buddy Bradford's house.
Yeah, good buddy of mine. We had a lot of fun together.
What'd y'all do together?
Everything. You know.
Like?
Went out at night. We played football together. This is where my mom, my grandfather, dad went to church. Meadow Bright's church. And this is where my father and grandparents and relatives are buried.
You didn't do anything to get in trouble at school?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of things to get in trouble.
What did you do at school that got you in trouble?
We won't put it on film.
Couldn't be that bad back then.
Jump all over us too.
It's not for Facebook or anything, it's just for us.
8. Mom told me he was 68. And Mom was Dad was 2 years older. August the 3rd. Isn't that something?
What? She was 2 years older?
No, our birthday was August the 3rd.
Oh.
And yours, Chelsea's 4, yours 6. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it
3,
is.
4, 6.
3
yeah.
generations, too.
And John Paul's the 30th of August. Okay, 7 is 3.
Okay.
Mom was the greatest mom you could ever have. She put us first over everything else. Her job was feed us every day and keep our clothes as clean, and we were the most neatest dressed kids in school. In fact, I won that honor in my class. And very religious, read the Bible daily. Just give you her last nickel, and she did a lot of times. Dad was a great dad too. I was lucky to have such great parents. He was a happy person and enjoyed life and worked hard. He enjoyed growing vegetables. That was his hobby. He'd rather do that than go fishing. And in fact, I don't think we went fishing but a couple of times. I remember one particular time where one of us caught a nice bass. I can't remember who caught it, but he was just a great father. So pretty lucky in my life.
Okay.
Okay, this is Cleveland Porter, and my mom told me a story about him and Red Porter, Leophis Porter, were brothers, and they never married. Neither one of them in their whole life never married. And so Mom said what happened in school, they both fell in love with the same girl. And I don't know, how that went, but I just know neither one of them married. Some reason that was an issue, so my mom told me. So that's Cleveland, and then Red was the other brother. Red, we had a lot of fun with Red. He lived in Florida. We got to go down on vacation with him and stay with him. And it was just so much fun spending time with him. We did a lot with him. Okay, this is, I got to talk about my grandfather here a minute. Ples Porter, P.S. as we call him, P.S. Porter. and Lily, my grandmother. I knew very little remember much about her. She died in the 50s, and I was only about 8 or 10 years old, I guess. But Playas, we lived with them. My parents moved in with them after my dad got out of the service, and they bought the old home place, and we lived together. But he would do things with me, and bought me my first shotgun, a little 410, and we went bird hunting. And I thought I shot it, but I never know if it was him shooting it, and made me think I did. But he was such a great man. He lived to be 94, outliving 3 of his kids, and just a strong person. He'd walk into town. We lived 4 miles out of town after he got in his 80s, a couple times a week, and he was a great farmer. He was a big farmer, had a lot of property, and had a sawmill. Had the first Model T or A or what it was in the neighborhood, and
So he was wealthy?
he was wealthy until what happened to him was when the Depression hit. He had money in the bank, and he lost a lot of money, and after that he never would put any money in the bank. He kept it under his mattress, I guess. But he lost. He had some cotton that he was waiting to sell, and then it started dropping, and he kept thinking it'd come back, and it didn't. It just bottomed out, and he lost a lot of money with his cotton crop. So the Depression really did a number on him. So, but we enjoyed living with him, and he was a great man. It was a Baptist, what they call a hard-shell Baptist church.
Meadow Branch. It started in 1879.
Yeah, 1879, Meadow Branch. And that's where my grandfather and my parents went to church. That's where I grew up going to church. But like I said, the preacher was what they call a hard-shell Baptist, where
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah, they preached fire and brimstone. You know, you had to live your life right, or it was going to hell. I don't know if they ever said that, but that's was the gist of the sermon. But never had Sunday school. We would do singing for 30 minutes, and we would have the sermon for about 30 minutes. They had an amen corner where my grandfather would sit in the amen corner, and that's where they would, do the sermon. You'd hear them say amen.
An amen corner?
Yeah, it was a section called amen, where the people would...
Could the women say amen?
The women wasn't allowed to have anything to do with the sermon, except they were allowed to play the piano. And my mom played the piano there for many years. She learned music through shape notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, that night. And I went to a couple of singing schools there in the summer where they taught it. But my mom always wanted me to take piano lessons because she played the piano and was really good. In fact, her favorite song was St. Louis Blues. But I let her talk me into taking lessons for about 6 months, and she actually would pay for the lessons through vegetables given to the piano teacher, Ms. Wilson, who lived in Kennedy. And it took it 6 months, but I was more in the boogie-woogie, and my teacher wasn't so much for that. But I did play it well enough, I guess, to play in church one time.
I'll Fly Away?
I'll Fly Away was the song I played. And I think I did kind of fly away and leave the people singing. But I was really nervous. The first time I ever did something out in public. Very, very nervous about it, but I got through it, and it probably wasn't played very well, but hopefully I pleased my mom. Probably didn't meet her standards of play, but of course, as moms do, she bragged on me.
So that's how you met Mom, because she was a student before you with Miss Claudine.
Yeah, Elaine was right before my lesson, and that's where I started getting an interest in Elaine, which we wound up going on and marrying later in life. So
With
yeah.
2 fabulous kids.
Yes, for sure. A wonderful daughter. She's so intelligent, so healthy. She just eats healthy things, and she has a kind heart. And I'm lucky to have such a wonderful daughter. I'm blessed all the way around. I'm a great son that I'm blessed with. Great grandkids and great grandkids, which I never thought in my life I'd ever live to see great grandkids. Because my parents did die in their 60s, and except my grandfather, I was always glad I had some of his DNA, but he lived to be 94. But I was very lucky. I had a wonderful childhood to help both parents. All right, we're coming back in.
Go.
Coming up to the school where I went through all my
Slow down.
12 grades. This building is the only one left standing. It was a home ec, and what was the other class I said? Home ec. Where I took agriculture
That was
classes.
the gymnasium.
And the old gym's actually gone. That's a new one there.
Oh, it's a new one.
But the main building was right here where this picnic table is now.
That burnt down.
That burnt down.
And they rebuilt the sign, didn't they? Kennedy High School, or is that the original sign?
No, I don't remember that sign. It's not. Well, the one out front, the blue sign out front is original. So they've added a sign here. Started in 27 and went to 86. But right behind the picnic area is where the football field was. I don't know if you can see on the other side there where the stands were.
Yeah. That's where you and Mom were kissing one time, wasn't it?
Oh, I forgot that. Don't remember that now. But my parents would come watch my grandfather watch my football games. Stop it a minute, let me turn around.
I want to get a picture of you on those steps over there. Yeah, we're going to get out.
Okay. This was the ag entrance to the ag building. There we had ag classes. Above it was home ec room and a study hall room.
Wait a minute, it's blurry for some reason.
Home ec and then
downstairs was ag and upstairs was home ec.
Yeah, and then I had a study hall up there we used to have a class in, where the coach always taught it. This was the entrance, there was stairways going up. And from here to the main building, until we go back and forth between these buildings. But the football stadium and then the grandstand.
I want to get a picture of you on the grandstands.
We would come out of the, this is where we'd dress for the football games. Or we'd come out of that building onto the football field. And, you know, back then the football field seemed like it was so long, you know.
It still looks long.
But, you know, playing golf now, 100 yards is nothing. But this was where my parents would come and watch me play, and my grandfather too.
So go sit up there on the top bleacher. Do Do you know how Ples acquired living behind the, was it bank?
No, it was just a store.
The store?
I guess he just rented it. He finally lived with us and decided he wanted to go over here. I believe it's this one over here.
He lived in that little white part.
No, it's just the back of it.
Okay, so it was in the back of that, where the wooden...
Yeah, maybe it wasn't, maybe, I don't know. You know, that might have been another building here.
There was a building there.
This might be the wrong one. I'm not sure. I know it's right in here somewhere. It kind of looks like the front entrance. The back looks different now.
Okay,
this is
the study hall. That's the only B you got? What?
No, it was the only B coach that was teaching one we got. Here is the Luxpalala River. I remember my dad bringing me and Wanda and we'd swim right down there, a little deep spot. And right here, this bridge, starting here, that bridge, the next bridge was a very popular thing for people to start there and see how fast they could get down to the other bridge.
Hot rodding?
Yeah, hot rodding. I remember a neighbor, he was older class than me, had a 56 Ford convertible, had twin pipes on it. One pipe was straight, and when he'd come across that bottom, you could hear him more than anybody else, the sound he made. He lived up this road here on the left, to the right. Okay, that's enough now.
Mom said you used to come down the hill and fumes, gas fumes.
It's roughly 4 miles on this road to where we lived. And my grandfather, up to in his 80s, would walk into town a couple times a week. He always stayed in great shape.
Lived to be 90 what?
94. Ples Porter. SP Porter. Never really knew what the initials stood for. And been around this road thousands of times, I guess. Okay, that's enough right now. I'll give you more than that.
Only a few minutes on there.
That's the bridge we went over, and the one before that one, kids used to drag to see how fast, how quick they could get between the bridges. We're 4 miles out of Kennedy. My grandfather, when he lived with us, he walked into town 2 or 3 times a week.
Which grandfather?
Grandpa Porter, Ples Porter.
How old did he live to be?
94.
94.
Did I drive this road many a time.
Mom said you would coast down this road on vapors just to go see her with no gas in your car.
Yeah. True.
What were you driving when you would go see her?
I guess it was the 53 Ford or the 55 Ford. That's enough.
Do you wish you still had the pink Cadillac?
No.
No?
No. There's Vices out there, my cousins. This next downhill, when it got ice one time, it's and I made the ice, some snow. We could get up this hill. Let me see if there's any. I can't pick it out. I don't know where it's at.
So the house is still standing over there?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. This is called Troll Hill. I don't know why it was named Troll Hill. But you can really get one fast. Dad's birthday was December 15th. I kind of remembered it. You were with Mom's August. She's the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And Jazz of the 4th, you the 6th.
Sure was, all close together.
And also John Paul the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in August. Mom was 67. 67. Isn't that right? Yeah, 67. His dad was 68. This was the oldest, our oldest brother. This was our oldest brother.
Cloudy?
Yeah, he died in 65. His wife, I guess she remarried, but probably not going to be buried there.
Yeah, true.
He was born in 1922, so that's...
Mary.
Yeah, Murray was only 39? 39 years old.
Wow. World War
In
II.
Automobile accident.
He made it through war, but he died in a collision.
Cleveland. And the other brother on the other side, their dad. They